Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Like I promised on my previous video that I'm going to do one question of quadratic sequence. So now I will do it. So let's say, remember quadratic sequence have two differences. So let's say we have 1, 5, 11. You see? So this is my sequence. So remember, for the difference, we'll say T2 minus T1 and T3 minus T2. So 5 minus 1 is 4. 11 minus 5 it's 6. So we have 6. So this is our first difference. So our second difference, we'll say, okay, this difference minus this difference. So 6 minus 4 it's 2. So our second difference is 2. So this is our second difference. So let's determine the nth term. So for us to determine the nth term, remember our nth term should be like this, plus c. You see, so we have to find the value of a, the value of b, the value of c. We don't know those values yet, but we have our second difference. So for us to get a, I said on the previous video that to get a, you'll have to say 2a is equals to second difference. What is our second difference? Is 2. You see, so we'll write 2 here. So I have to divide both sides by 2 because I'm looking for the value of a. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So our a is 1. Right, so remember our formula is like this in a standard form. So I will substitute a. Our a is 1. So 1 multiplied by n is just n. Or let me say 1 multiplied by n squared is n squared. So I can just write n squared plus bn plus c. So far we got the value of a. We don't know the value of b, we don't know the value of c. So to get the value of b and c, I said we should do it simultaneously. So remember, I will use term 1 and term 2. Okay, and term 1 is 1. So let's use term 1. So my term 1 is equals to 1. You see, so where I see n, I will write 1. I will substitute 1. Where I see tn, I will write 1. That's what I said on my previous video. So let me do what I just said right now. So where I see n, I also substitute 1 plus c. You see, so 1 square is 1. So we'll say, okay, now I broke the bracket. Here is 1. B multiplied by 1 is b plus c. You see, now I have to take 1 to the opposite side. So when I take 1 to the opposite side, it will be minus because this side it was positive, right? So 1 minus 1 is 0. So here I'll write 0 is equals to b plus c. So this is our equation number 1. To get the value of b and c, I do it simultaneously, like I said on my previous video. So this is our equation 1. So far we have the value of a, we don't know the value of b, we don't know the value of c. Okay, so for the second equation, I will have to use T2, and our T2 is 5. You see, our T2 is 5. Remember, it's term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, right? So our T2 is 5. So I will say T2 is equals to 5. You see, so same here. Where I see n, I will substitute 2. Where I see tn, I will substitute 5. And remember, I'm using this one because I got my value of a. So I'll have to use this one again, just like I did here, to get my equation 1. So where I see tn, I will substitute 5. Where I see n, I'll substitute 2 plus c. You see? So let's move. So now it's time to break the brackets. Okay, so here we'll have 5. 2 to the exponent 2, it's 4. B multiplied by 2 is 2b plus c. So I have to take 4 to the opposite direction, so it will change the sign. So here I will have 4 minus 5 minus 4, because here it was positive, so when I take it to the left it is negative. So here I have 2b plus c. So 5 minus 4, it's 1. 2b plus c. So this is our equation number 2. Remember, I got equation 1, now I have equation 2. So far, I don't know the value of A. I know the value of A. I don't know the value of B. I don't know the value of C. Okay, so I will use equation 2 and equation 1 to get the value of B and C. Yeah, so I will have to say, okay, now I have to say equation 2 minus equation 1. So my equation 2 is here. So take it exactly as it is. Plus C. Minus, remember, you subtract. So our equation 1 is here. It's 0 is equals to B plus C. 0 is equals to B plus C. You see? So we do everything step by step. Like I said on the previous video. Remember in the previous video I was showing you how to do it. Now I'm showing you how to do it by giving a sequence. You see, so 1 minus 0 is 1, right? 1 is 1, okay? This is not 11, this is 1. So I cancel it. So yeah, 2b minus b is b. C minus c is 0. So if I take 0 to the opposite side, it will be minus. So it will be 1 minus 0, which is 1. So our b is 1. So we'll take b as our equation number 3. You see? So the next step, I will say, I will substitute equation 3 into equation 1. Remember, our equation 1 is there. Our equation 1 is 0 is equals to b plus c. So where I see b, I will substitute 1. Okay? So remember I said I will have to substitute equation 3 into equation 1. Okay? And our equation 1 is 0 is equals to b plus c. So my equation 3 is 1. So where I see b, I substitute 1 plus c. Now I can get the value of c. So but when I get the value of c, I'll have to say, okay, I should take 1 to the left hand side. So here I will have 0 minus 1, because here it was positive, now it becomes negative. So this is why I said 0 minus 1. So 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So our c is negative 1. Now we have the value of a, the value of b, and the value of c. So the value of a, the value of a is 1. The value of b is 1. The value of c is negative 1. And I said our formula for quadratic sequence is Tn is equals to an squared plus bn plus c. Now I can write it because I got my values. So Tn is equals to, my a is 1, and 1 multiplied by n squared is n squared, like I said. So it will be n squared. Our b is 1. 1 multiplied by n is n. So I can just write n. And the value of c is negative 1. So I have to write negative 1. Okay. So this is our nth term. But we have to test it. Remember, our sequence go like this. Okay, so I will have to test. So we have T1, we have T2, we have T3. So where I see n, let me substitute 1 for from our nth term that we got. So I will press the bracket, you see. So where I see, remember when I substitute I should open the bracket. So let me start with the one for 1, then let me close the bracket, you see. Then I press my square here, you see, plus now I open the bracket again, then I substitute 1 minus 1, you see. So my answer is 1, and here our first term is 1, so it's correct. So let's test with the second one. So with the second one, we are just going to do this. We substitute 2, we substitute 2, you see, it's 5 and it's 5, you see. So let's substitute 3 and see. I shall erase 2 and substitute 3. It's 11, and here it's 11. So our nth term is correct. So that's how we do it. So once you got the nth term, you can calculate 100 term, 1000 terms, 99 terms, any term, you know. But when they want you to determine the term, that's why you have to calculate n, like I explained on my previous video. I think my first video, yeah, on my first video. So please, if you didn't check the previous video, go and check them out, and subscribe, share, and like, and tell others so that they can also join. So, and I also do lessons on WhatsApp. My number is on the description below, and I also do lessons. And once you add my number on your WhatsApp, you're gonna see my catalog there, their prices, duration, and everything. And hit me up anytime. Hit me up anytime. So I'm in Northwest. So if you're very far, like you are at Cape Town, Gauteng, or any other province, we can work on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, we have two options. We have the first option is whereby I teach you by sending voice notes and pictures and explaining everything that is on the page, okay, so that you can understand. And on pictures, I draw to, like, I illustrate using different colors so that students out there can also understand. Or if I'm working with you, you can understand, and if you don't understand, please don't hesitate to ask questions. And as a video call, I do it as a video call. It's a second option. So for video call, yeah, we gotta work. So there are different prices. There are actually prices for WhatsApp lessons, normal WhatsApp lessons, and prices for WhatsApp lessons via video call, and prices for house calls. So for house calls, those prices are for only lessons. So if you're very far, or if you're far and I have to take transport fee will be included. But yeah, I do lessons. So hit me up. Let's work. You're gonna see progress. Work with me, right? So that you can get good marks. And I also do assignments. I do homework activities. For homework activities, the price is there on my catalog. But for assignments, the price will depend on the weight of it, on the weight of your assignment or investigation. So yeah, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.